Hello, friends, and welcome to Sleep Tight Stories. I'd like to say hello to Maria Fan and hello to Riley Hoppy. I have a special anniversary wish today. Dear Mama and Papa, wish you a very happy anniversary. You are the best parents in this world. Abinette loves you both and says thank you for being in his life. Happy belated birthday to Amy from New Zealand, who turned 7 on December 19th. Happy belated birthday to Penny in Austin, who turned 10 on January 2nd. Happy belated birthday to Oliver from Melbourne, Australia, who turned 4 on January 7th. Uma and Dada love you the most and forever. They are so excited for your first day at school at your kinder next month. You're going to be the best big brother ever. Love, Uma and Dada. Happy birthday to Vera, who is turning 8 on January 10th. Mom loves listening to Sleep Tight Stories with you at bedtime, and Mom, Dad, and Harry love you very much and hope you have a wonderful year. Happy birthday to Noah Christopher Lim from Pomona, California, who is turning 8 on January 11th. Mommy and Daddy love you so much and are so proud of you. Happy birthday to the triplets, Henley, Madeline, and Jackson. Mommy and Daddy love you so much and want to wish you a happy 5th birthday on January 11th. And happy birthday to Cecilia in Cambridge, Massachusetts, who is turning 8 on January 12th. And to her cat Steve, who turned 11 on January 7th. Happy birthday to you all. I hope you have a wonderful day. Shoutouts and birthday wishes are one way we give thanks to our supporters. If you would like to support us and receive more bedtime entertainment like this, all ad-free, please visit our support page at sleeptightstories.org/support. Thank you. It's the new year, and Bernice is back at school. She is happy to see her friends and teachers and play in the snow. When she gets home, she smells a yummy smell and talks to Papa Bear all about her day at school. Bernice doesn't have resolutions this year. Hi, Papa and Cookie. I'm home, Bernice said as she jumped up and down on the mat inside the front door of their house, getting all the snow off her boots. Papa, my new snow boots and puffy pants work super well. The only part of my body frozen solid is my nose, but it is still working, I guess, because I smell something super duper yummy. I'm glad to hear your nose is still working, little bear. I have something in the kitchen for you, and it should make you warm and cozy, Papa Bear said in his really deep voice. Bernice tried to take her snow boots off standing up, but they were stubborn and didn't want to come off, so she had to sit down. Then Cookie came to help. Hi, Cookie. How was your day? I missed you. It would be really cool if you could pull on my boots to help me take them off, but I know cats can't do that. Cookie replied with a meow and rubbed against Bernice's leg. Don't forget to hang up your coat, little bear, Papa Bear said from the kitchen. After finally getting her boots off and put away, and her puffy pants and her jacket, and her hat and her scarf, and her mittens, Bernice ran into the kitchen. Papa, winter really makes you busy with all the clothes and stuff, and those cookies look really delicious. Haha, yes, you have to wear more clothes in winter to stay warm. I noticed that our cookie jar was getting low this morning, so I decided to bake some more today. I have a special drink for you to help you warm up. Wash your hands and I will pour you a cup, Papa Bear said, as he gave the drink a final stir on the stove. After she washed her hands and sat at the table, Bernice asked, "That drink smells really nice. What is it?" "It's our usual warm vanilla milk that we often have, but I steamed the milk this time and added honey and some nutmeg for a new taste. Blow on it before you take a drink to make sure it's not too hot, and I will get us some cookies to share." "It tastes yummy, Papa, and I can feel the warm milk going all the way down to my toes," Bernice said, after she blew on her milk and took a great big slurpy drink. "Yes, I am having a cup too," Papa Bear said, as he placed a plate of cookies on the table for them to share. After he took a great big slurpy slurp of his own warm drink, Papa Bear said, "Ah, that was so yummy. I think my socks just got toastier." "Haha, yeah, and these look like your yummy chocolate chip cookies." Sitting down at the table with his drink, Papa Bear replied, "Yes, we have been eating all kinds of fancy cookies lately, so I thought I might bake one of our old favorites. Be careful, they just came out of the oven, so they might be hot." "Yeah, the chocolate chips are dripping. They are super duper delicious," Bernice said, with a great big milk stash on her lip. "So tell me about your day, little bear. How was school? Were all your friends happy to be back after having a short break?" "School was okay, Papa. We all kind of laughed a bit because it was so cold outside, and the school heaters were making noises. It scared Gertrude the first time it happened, and Bobby said that maybe it was a ghost in the school or something like that. Our science teacher said that it was because of the expansion and contraction of pipes. She explained more, but I kind of forgot because Bobby was giggling. Your school has an older heating system, I think, Papa Bear said, scratching his chin like he was thinking hard. So, when the water flows through the school, it heats the pipes, causing them to expand. This is why you could hear ticking, creaking, or banging sounds. Yeah, that sounds about right. In English class today, we had a different teacher. I guess our regular teacher wasn't feeling well. I think she didn't want to share her boogers with us. That was nice of her, Papa Bear said with a laugh. And Bobby wore a new sweater that was super cool. It had dinosaurs playing instruments in a band. Bobby called them the Rocking Rexes because he likes that kind of music. I like it too, but I like the music you listen to better, that jazzy stuff. Oh, and at lunchtime, Papa, Ethan shared his lunch today because his boogers were gone. He had this interesting wrap with sprouts in it and some funny sauce. It was nice. I'm glad to hear that Ethan is feeling better, Papa Bear said. But Papa, I have a question. I completely forgot all about resolutions and stuff. How come we didn't have any resolutions this year? Our teachers asked us to share our New Year's resolutions, and I was one of the few who didn't have any. Bobby said he was going to be the best inventor this year and make another robot that makes even more stinkier farts. The teacher didn't seem that excited about that. But Gertrude said she was going to try to be more kind. But she is kind already, I think. The other kids had some ideas too. Alex said he would read one book a month, and Charlie said his mother told him his resolution was to clean up his room more. When the teacher asked me, I didn't have an answer. I'm sorry, little bear. How did that make you feel? Papa Bear asked. It was no big deal, I guess. I just felt a little weird that I wasn't like the other kids. It's funny, little bear. I think we had this exact same conversation last year. Do you remember what we talked about last year? I remember that you had super delicious hot mint chocolate milk with whipped cream on top and fancy cookies that were tasty, of course, but I don't remember anything else." "Ha ha ha. Well, you remembered the important stuff. I think I mentioned that New Year's resolutions are not something your mama and I commonly make, and we forget to talk about it. We used to make resolutions a long time ago." A New Year's resolution is sort of like a promise to yourself about something you want to do better or a new thing you want to try over the course of the coming year. They're like special goals or a fun challenge for yourself. "Like making more cookies? That could be your resolution, Papa," Bernice said, laughing. "That's not a bad one at all, and I think we've fulfilled that resolution this year," Papa Bear said with a laugh. "I think Mama and I try to improve all the time and set new goals for ourselves throughout the year. Other people have a different way of doing things. There is no right or wrong. It's just how we like to do things. If you want to, you can make a resolution." Bernice thought for a moment and then said, "Well, maybe I don't need one. Or maybe I could try eating more cookies? No, I know. I will try to do more science experiments and share the results with the class. That might be fun." "That sounds great, Little Bear. So, I have a question for you. Which vegetable would you like tonight with dinner? Parsnips or Brussels sprouts?" Papa Bear said with a smile. Bernice quickly grinned. "I think corn would be nice, Papa." "Ha ha, I thought you might say that. I'll see what I can do. When you are finished with your cookies, please put your dishes in the sink." "Okay, Papa. After I finish my delicious treat, I am going to read a book with Cookie for a while and maybe see if I can find an experiment to try." "It's that time again," said Bernice. "And what time is that, Little Bear?" Papa Bear replied with a great big yawn. "The time you tell me a super-duper long story. Did you do all the things you need to do before bed?" "I think so. I had a soapy bath, put on my cozy warm pajamas, brushed my teeth, and did some deep breathing exercises and stretches. But Cookie wouldn't agree to do stretches with me. I guess cats don't need to." "I think Cookie stretches all the time throughout the day," Papa Bear said, as he tucked Bernice under her covers. "Papa?" "Yes, Little Bear?" "When Cookie meows at me, what is she trying to say?" "I think I understand sometimes, but is it some kind of secret language?" Bernice said with a laugh. "Well, I don't think Cookie is necessarily trying to have a conversation with you, though you never know, but I think she does communicate. She might be saying hello, or telling me she is hungry and wants a special cat treat?" Bernice asked. "Ha ha, that is likely true as well." "Are you comfy and warm?" "Yes, Papa." "How about Twigga, Wolfie, and Madeline? Are they comfy and warm too?" "I think they are." "And you, Cookie, are you ready for a story?" Papa Bear asked. Cookie opened her eyes and said, "Meow." "Okay, give me a big hug and a kiss and I'll tell you a not-so-super-long story." "Love you, Papa." "Love you too, Little Bear." Once upon a time, in a world full of magic and fun, there lived a brave little bear named Boo Boo. She lived in a large castle at the edge of a mystical forest. In this forest were unicorns, fairies, gnomes, and all manner of insects, birds, and animals. It was a wonderful place. Her best friend was a young dragon called Kai Kai, and they liked to play as much as they could. The kingdom they lived in was full of people who lived in the meadows, those who lived in the hills, and those who lived in the forest, and they all lived in harmony. On this day, Boo Boo and Kai Kai were at Bixie's house in the forest and were just finishing up a lesson on fairy tales and other old stories. Now, there is one more story I thought I would share, this time about a small kitten. You can look up these stories in the library or borrow one of my books. As soon as Bixie said the word kitten, Kai Kai shivered and moved closer to Boo Boo. "What's wrong, Kai Kai?" Boo Boo asked. "I'm scared of kittens," Kai Kai whispered, with a very serious look on his face. "Yes, some dragons have this kind of reaction to kittens," Bixie said. "Don't worry, Kai Kai. There are no kittens here, and I assure you that Luna, the kitten in this story, and many others, was a wonderful cat." "You see, Luna," Bixie began, his voice echoing softly, "was not just any cat. She was as old as the mystical forest and held special magic, unlike any other creature, even the pixies and fairies. Her fur shimmered in the moonlight, and her eyes held the wisdom of the stars in the sky." Kai Kai relaxed a little, and Boo Boo sat up straighter, her ears pointing forward with interest. "Luna," continued Bixie, "wasn't always magical. A long, long time ago, she was a normal kitten, but she was incredibly curious. One night, she wandered into a clearing and found herself under the oldest tree in the forest, the great oak, which used to be near where the unicorns live now. The tree, seeing her potential, bestowed upon Luna incredible abilities. Luna gained the gift of speech and eternal life. She could talk with the wind, listen to the stories of the stars, and understand the language of every creature. But the most wondrous of all her gifts was her ability to see into the hearts of others, to understand what made them scared and happy." "Bixie," asked Kai Kai, his voice not sounding near as frightened as before, "what did Luna do with her magic?" Bixie smiled. "Luna became the guardian of our forest. She used her magic to help those in need. If a bird lost its way, Luna guided it home. When one of the rivers overflowed, she calmed its waters. And when we needed advice, Luna was there with her wise words. But," he added, "Luna's most remarkable act was during the Great Drought. It hadn't rained in many, many cycles, and the forest was very dry. Then, when lightning struck and fires threatened our beloved forest, Luna called upon the rain clouds, speaking the ancient language of the sky. She danced under the thundering heavens, her magic weaving through the air, and brought forth a rain so gentle and so thorough that it quenched the fires and saved our forest. Even now," Bixie concluded, "Luna walks among us, her presence a gentle reminder of the magic within the mystical forest. She teaches us that curiosity can lead to wondrous paths, and that kindness and wisdom are the greatest magic of all." "Luna's story sounds very interesting, Bixie. Can you tell us more about her life during our next class?" Boo Boo asked. "I can do that. And because Kai Kai still looks a little frightened when we talk about cats, I'll bring a special treat just for him." "A bowl of hot chocolate?" Kai Kai asked, starting to drool just thinking about it. "You will have to wait and see," Bixie said, laughing. And with that, Papa Bear kissed Bernice on her forehead, adjusted her blanket, turned off her lamp, and quietly whispered, "I love you, Cookie. I love you, little bear." And that is the end of our story. Good night. Sleep tight.